Good afternoon. I'm Rob Wells, Director of the Savannah Sports Council, and I want to thank each and every one of you for attending today's 26th Annual Georgia Power Sports Awards Luncheon. In the next few minutes, I'm going to update you all on what's been going on over at the Sports Council and some of the events we have coming up. But first, I'd like to start by recognizing Jonathan Sykes, our Senior Event and Sales Manager. Jonathan has been with us for a little over 6 years, but he's going to be leaving us soon. The Sports Council has made some great strides in that 6 years, and much of the credit goes to Jonathan. As it happens, our new event manager is here with us today. She doesn't start until October 14th officially, but I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Caitlin Presti. Caitlin comes to us from Hilton Head Island. She has an extensive race management background and is quite the accomplished runner herself, having completed the Boston Marathon 4 times. So the Sports Council owns and operates 4 events each year, starting with the End Market Savannah Hockey Classic. The Hockey Classic takes place at the Savannah Civic Center, and this year we will be celebrating the 22nd annual edition of Savannah's #1 sports event. Today we celebrate local sports during our annual Georgia Power Sports Awards Luncheon. Our public Savannah Women's Half Marathon and 5K this past April celebrated a very successful 5th year. We have seen participation numbers increase in each of the 4 years, growing to over 2,800 runners this past year. The End Market Savannah Bridge Run continues to be a big event for the Sports Council. The Bridge Run was founded in 1991, which is actually even before the Sports Council existed, and this year we are celebrating the 29th year. The Sports Council also works throughout the year to assist and attract a wide range of sporting events to our community. Some examples of the great events we support are the Savannah Golf Championship, Rock and Roll Marathon, and many youth volleyball, softball, and soccer tournaments throughout the year. Recently, we announced 2 new events to our inventory in a partnership with the NAIA. The first is the inaugural NAIA Senior Football Classic, which will bring in about 120 senior college football players to Savannah to showcase their skills in front of NFL scouts, and it culminates with a game on Saturday, December 14th. On your tables, there's a card that has some information on our fundraising opportunity, which gives all organizations and clubs a chance to sell tickets and keep half that money for your organization. The second event that we're doing with the NAIA is going to be the 2020 and 2021 NAIA Lacrosse National Invitational, which will bring the top 8 men's and top 8 women's NAIA lacrosse teams to Savannah and Memorial Stadium in May of 2020. Our own SCAD Bees here in attendance today happen to be a 3-time defending champion, but no pressure going for that 4th crown here on your home turf. All these events together create a huge impact on our community. This year we are going to have over 50,000 room nights through our sports events, which culminates with over $52 million in direct spending here in Savannah. For more information about the Savannah Sports Council, please visit savannahsportscouncil.com. We want to thank you again for coming to the 26th Annual Georgia Power Sports Awards Luncheon. Up next is Frank Solkowski to kick off our award presentation.
I took the scenic route because the first thing they told me when I got here today was don't walk in front of the projector. And being a large guy, there would be an eclipse. So I want to thank everybody again for coming out this afternoon. Again, WJCL is honored to once again be the media partner for this event. I've been coming for, I think, 12 years now, and I've been in Savannah for 14, so let's keep this thing going. I'm not going anywhere, and hopefully this awards banquet will continue to be there as well. Now we're going to go ahead and jump right into what a lot of people say they look forward to, the music video. We have a chance to have our cameras rolling at a lot of sporting events here in Savannah throughout the year, and of course that always leads to some memorable moments and some memorable performances and teams and victories. Some of those are going to be brought up. You may notice and recognize some of the folks you'll see in this year's video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kind of look at the year that was in sports here in Savannah.
You know I'm back.
Again, that was just some of the big achievements that we were able to capture this year. And of course, Savannah is indeed a sports town, from state championship winning performances in our high school sports teams to some of the best running events that you will find in the entire world, to just take a look at this room, to some of the greatest and best people you'll find anywhere, committed and dedicated to promoting sports here in Savannah. So again, thank you to each one of you for your efforts in making sports such a special thing here in Savannah. So with the video done, we're going to move into handing out some hardware. And I know this is what everybody came for today, and we have a lot of folks to recognize. What we want to do right now is move into the awards, and the first thing we're going to do is give out the Savannah Sports Council Scholar Athlete Award presented by Georgia Power. The Savannah Sports Council, proud to recognize 6 seniors from area right here in Savannah and Chatham County who have excelled not only in their sport, but in the classrooms and their respective communities as well. Now, each one of these nominees is going to receive a minimum $500 scholarship, with one deserving young lady, one deserving young man winning the 2019 Scholar Athlete Award and a $1,500 scholarship. Up first, we're going to talk about the male scholar athlete, and presenting the award for Georgia Power is Southeast Regional Vice President for Georgia Power, Truett Everson. I was told to have a 3-second pause in between your first and last name. Dramatic effect. So what we're going to do is, when I call your name, if you'll please come up here and stand up front until we announce the winner. Our first nominee for the 2019 Male Scholar Athlete of the Year is Daniel Birch of H.V. Jenkins High School. Daniel has been a member of both the swim team and the soccer team at Jenkins for all 4 years of high school. On his own, Daniel competes as a triathlete and recently won the Hilton Head Island Youth Triathlon. In addition to sports, Daniel is a dedicated Boy Scout and close to becoming an Eagle Scout. He's been a member of the National Honor Society for the past 3 years and a member of both the Math and Chess Club for all 4 years of high school. His volunteer work includes the Second Harvest Food Bank and the People Helping People Homeless Project at Forsyth Park. After graduation, Daniel hopes to study engineering and is currently considering several schools in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Daniel Birch. The second male nominee is Alvin Ajay of Savannah Country Day School. Alvin has been a member of the cross-country, basketball, and track and field team all 4 years of high school and has been captain of the track and field team since his freshman year. In addition to sports, Alvin is secretary of the Honor Council, captain of the math team, and founder of Books to Ghana, which collects children's books and sends them to Ghana. Additionally, Alvin is a member of the Quiz Bowl team and a very talented piano and violin player. Above all this, Alvin is noted by his peers and teachers mostly for his kindness. After school, Alvin hopes to study biomedical engineering and is considering several schools, including Georgia Tech, Harvard, Duke, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, Alvin Ajay. The third male nominee is Jaden Wright of Bethesda. Jaden has been a member of the football and track team at Bethesda all 4 years, including last year's state championship team where he was the 100-meter state champ. Jaden also serves as a captain on the Bethesda football team. Jaden credits sports for giving him the character and mental toughness he now displays. In addition to his sports career, Jaden volunteers at his church, is president of student government, and has taken on the difficult challenge of being a cottage and work-study leader there at Bethesda Academy. Jaden's principal notes him as being a true leader and dedicated student who leaves no stone unturned when accomplishing the goals he has set for himself. Jaden will be a college sophomore upon high school graduation. After leaving Bethesda, Jaden plans to study actuarial sciences and is currently considering several schools, including the University of Georgia, The Ohio State University. That's not me, you must have put that. Oh, that's okay. Stanford, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jaden Wright. The winner of the 2019 $1,500 scholarship is Jaden Wright. A big congratulations to Jaden. Now Alvin and Daniel are both going to receive $500 scholarships as well. One more big round of applause for all these scholar athletes. Good job, gentlemen. Up next is our 2019 Female Scholar Athlete. The first nominee for the 2019 Female Scholar Athlete is Ashley Norman of the Habersham School. Ashley has played volleyball and basketball all 4 years at Habersham and started playing soccer for the school last season, being named as an all-region player in her first season of taking part in it. Now, Ashley serves as a team captain for volleyball and basketball. Outside of sports, Ashley is involved in art, choir, and student government leadership. Additionally, Ashley recently served on mission trips to Ethiopia. Ashley's essay was especially touching as she noted that sports has played a particularly important role in her life that provided a family away from home and a refuge from what was difficult sometimes during the childhood. Now, after school, Ashley plans to study pre-law and is currently considering several schools including the University of Georgia and Vanderbilt. Let's hear it for Ashley Norman. Our second female nominee is Sheridan Catherine Lynch of St. Vincent's Academy. Sheridan is a member of the cross-country, basketball, and soccer teams at St. Vincent's. Last basketball season, she was named All-Region Honorable Mention and was the recipient of the Herbie Griffin Award in addition to serving as captain of the team. Outside of sports, Sheridan is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and Chorus. Additionally, she has volunteered for AMBUCS and Prayer in Action. In her essay, Sheridan noted that she was lucky enough to have her dad as a coach in middle school where he taught her many valuable lessons, including the value of sportsmanship. After school, Sheridan plans to major in material science and is currently considering several schools, including Georgia Tech, Georgia, and others. Let's hear it for our second nominee here for the Scholar Athlete of the Year Award, Sheridan Catherine Lynch. And our third female nominee is Skylar Davis from Savannah Arts Academy. While at Savannah Arts, Skylar has been a member of the swimming, cross-country, and track and field teams. Skylar currently holds the school record for the 1,600, 3,200, and 5,000 meter run, and is the first athlete from Savannah Arts Academy to make the podium at the state track and field championships. Away from sports, Skylar is a member of the National Honor Society, International Club, and helps plan the school's film festival. Additionally, she recently participated on a mission trip to Rwanda, where she served as a student leader there. In her essay, Skylar tells the great story about how, as a freshman, a coach told her she wasn't good enough to run. This fueled her desire to excel, and as I mentioned earlier, she now holds 3 school records. Let's hear it for our third nominee, Skylar Davis from Savannah Arts Academy. And the winner of the $1,500 scholarship is Miss Ashley Norman. Congratulations to Ashley and congratulations to Sheridan and Skylar, who will each be receiving $500 scholarships. Let's give them another big round of applause. Again, a big congratulations to all 6 of our nominees here. Outstanding stuff in the classroom, on the courts and fields, and in the community, most importantly. Now up next, we're moving to the Generations Awards presented by Georgia Power. The Generations Award is given to teams that excelled in their given sport during the past year. Each award winner has their award at their table, and we like to ask that each team stand at their table after being recognized. Our first Generations Award is going to go to St. Vincent's Academy for girls soccer. The Saints took home their 3rd straight GHSA Class AA Girls Soccer State Championship, beating Vidalia in the title game. Accepting the award today are several members and coaches from those championship teams. Ladies and gentlemen, your GHSA AA Girls Soccer State Champions and Generation Award winner, St. Vincent's Academy. The second Generations Award winner, the Johnson High Lady Adams Smashers girls basketball team. These ladies made history yet again in 2019 by winning their 2nd straight girls basketball state title by defeating Hart County in the AAA state championship 54-50. Accepting the award today, several players and coaches from the 2019 state championship team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class AAA Girls State Basketball Champions and Generations Award winner, the Johnson High Lady Adams Smashers basketball team. Our next 5 Generations Awards are going to members of SCAD Athletics, the women's bowling team, the men's bowling squad, women's lacrosse, women's swimming, and equestrian. Y'all can clap, all 5 of them. All 5 of y'all stand up. The Lady Bees bowling team won its first national championship in 2019, defeating Indiana Tech twice. Also, the men's bowling team won not only its first national championship, but the first male national championship in the history of SCAD Athletics by defeating Concordia 3-0. The women's lacrosse team continues to be a resident of the Georgia Power Sports Awards. The women's lacrosse team won their 3rd consecutive NAIA Lacrosse National Invitational title by defeating Benedictine of Kansas by a score of 18-12. Now, ladies, no pressure. Again, we talked about it. 2020, you're going to have the home field advantage here. Be looking for that 4th title. Now, after returning Generations Award winner, the SCAD women's swim team won their 2nd consecutive title with a total of 638.5. Second place Kaiser only had 477.5 points. Quite an accomplishment by the Lady Bees swim team. And not to be outdone, the SCAD equestrian program itself won back-to-back national championships in the ANRC by defeating Centenary by a score of 174.44 to 169.46. Additionally, SCAD's Adam Edgar was named the individual rider reserve champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the SCAD athletics program continuing to do big things. Let's hear it for the women's lacrosse, the women's swimming, women's bowling, men's bowling national champs. All 5 of these squads taking home Generations Awards. Our next Generation Award is Bethesda Academy Boys Track and Field. Gentlemen, stand on up. Bethesda captured the school's first track and field state championship by winning the SCISA Single A AA Championship in May with a total of 138 points, which outscored defending state champion Palmetto Christian, who finished with a 104. Even more impressive, Bethesda achieved this great feat without a track to practice on. But they never complained, according to school president Dr. Michael Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 SCISA Single A AA Track and Field State Champs and Generation Award winners, the Bethesda Academy Boys Track Team. Our final Generations Award winner is unique in 2019. Rarely do we honor an individual for a Generations Award unless the achievement is extraordinary, and this year we have a person who did the extraordinary in Jasmine Akins of Calvary Day School. Jasmine, stand on up. And if you haven't heard, Jasmine put on a clinic during the 2019 GHSA track and field season. Her list of accomplishments includes area champion in the triple jump and the long jump, GHSA Class Single A private state champ in the triple jump, state runner-up in the long jump, and is now the record holder in the state of Georgia for the triple jump. Ladies and gentlemen, your GHSA triple jump record holder, Generations Award winner, Jasmine Akins of Calvary Day School. All right, I'm going to sit down now and get a beverage. I've talked for quite a while. So up next for our Event of the Year award, we're going to bring in Cecilia Arango.
I also took the scenic route. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cecilia Arango, Marketing Manager with Thomas & Hutton and the 2019 Chair of the Savannah Sports Council Advisory Board. The next award, Sports Event of the Year, presented by Moore Industrial Supply, was created to honor the most outstanding sporting event that took place in the Savannah area over the past year. The winning event must incorporate a positive message, involve the community, and generate a significant impact for local athletes and businesses. The 2019 Sports Event of the Year is the Publix Savannah Women's Half Marathon and 5K. This event, which wrapped up its 5th year in 2019, has quickly become one of the Sports Council's most successful events with over 2,800 participants. Additionally, the event partners with several local small businesses, but most importantly, our charity partner, Girls on the Run of the Coastal Georgia and Lowcountry chapter. Girls on the Run benefits from a portion of the event proceeds which help fund scholarships to increase participation of young girls here in Savannah. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Publix Savannah Women's Half Marathon and 5K, and here to present the award is John Massaros of Moore Industrial Supply. Accepting the award for the event is Danielle Dufresne of Publix. The Sports Council Award of Excellence goes to an individual or group that has made a positive impact on the community around them. It is important to note that we do not give this award out every year, but only when there's an individual or organization that is deserving. This year, we are proud to present the award posthumously to Sergeant Kelvin Ansari of the Savannah Police Department. As many of you know, Sergeant Ansari's life was taken on May 11, 2019, while serving our community. For the past several years, Sergeant Ansari served the Sports Council by working both the Unmarket Savannah Bridge Run and the Publix Savannah Women's Half Marathon as one of our dedicated police safety officers. Without these dedicated officers, both these races and all events in Savannah would not be successful. We're extremely appreciative of the dedicated work these officers provide to our participants, the community, and to our Sports Council. Sergeant Ansari served our community for 10 years after serving his country and retiring from the United States Army, where he served for 21 years. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is the wife of Kelvin Ansari, Ms. Charlotte Ansari. Thank you. Frank, I'm giving it back to you.
Every year we finish the banquet by honoring someone with the John F. Hodges Award. The John F. Hodges Oasis Award is presented by the Savannah Morning News, and this award will go to an individual who has rendered outstanding achievement in sports in Savannah, much in the manner and style of the late John Hodges. Sports and sports marketing were not part of John Hodges' full-time job. They were more than that. They were his singular passion. If a sport-related event was new in Savannah or needed a boost, John was the first in line to buy and then donate tickets to the event. It could be anything from ice hockey to bowling. He would volunteer personal time and energy doing whatever was necessary to ensure success of that sporting event. He almost loved doing that as much of his beloved Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs, but he really loved baseball. Savannah was blessed to have John Hodges with us even for a short time, and our sports community remains stronger because of all his many efforts. Once a year when we give out the Oasis Award, we'll pause and remember a man, John Hodges, who exemplifies all that this award stands for. Please join me in a moment of silence. Now I'd like to have Susan Catron, the executive editor of the Savannah Morning News, come forward and introduce this year's recipient.
Thank you, Frank. On behalf of the Savannah Morning News, I am proud to present the 2019 John F. Hodges Oasis Award to John Skeetus II. When you mention golf here in Savannah, it is very likely that it won't be long until his name is mentioned. Beginning with the 1978 GHSA State Championship while at Savannah Country Day, John continued to collect victories and accomplishment throughout his amateur career. Locally, John won the Savannah City Amateur Championship and the coveted Club Championship at the Savannah Golf Club 3 times. More impressively, John qualified 4 times to play in a USGA event, including the 1996 United States Mid-Amateur Championship, where he was awarded a silver medal for the lowest qualifying score at his sectional. 15 years later, he was one of only 12 amateur players in the country to qualify for the U.S. Senior Open in 2012, and again earned a silver medal for being the qualifier with the lowest score. Over the past 40 years, John has won over 15 amateur golf tournaments in the Southeast and is the current club champion at Burning Tree Golf Club in Washington, D.C. In addition to his personal accomplishments, John has a passion for the game of golf here in Savannah. He is dedicated to serving the youth golf game here and around the world. In the past, he has served as the head golf coach at Bethesda Academy and is an advocate for several youth programs around the area, including Savannah Junior Golf, the Savannah Country Day School Middle and Upper School. John was elected to the Greater Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame in 2016. He was offered golf scholarships at the University of Florida and Georgia Southern, but instead chose to join his beloved Bulldogs at the University of Georgia, where he was a member of the golf team. He has a lovely family with him today, including his wife, Elizabeth. Together they have a son, John Skeetus III, and a daughter, Ellen, who also attended Savannah Country Day School. John Skeetus III was also a GHSA champion in 2009 before attending Davidson College, where he was captain of the golf team there. While at Savannah Country Day, Ellen was a member of the basketball team, among many other pursuits, before moving on to attend her mother Elizabeth's alma mater, and my dad's, Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to invite to the stage John Skeetus to accept the 2019 John F. Hodges Oasis Award.
Thank you. Well, my family has told me to make this extraordinarily brief, so I will. First of all, I'd like to thank Georgia Power, Swan Siler, Savannah Morning News, WJCL, and all the other sponsors for this award. I am truly honored and humbled beyond belief. I have to really thank my parents. Without their support and love, I would not be here today. Second, I have to thank my wife, Elizabeth, my son, John, my daughter, Ellen, who make me look good every day. I'm trying to be more like them, and they've certainly put up with a lot of long hours on the practice range and tournaments all over the country. I'd also like to thank my friends that are here in attendance, my Country Day golf team partner, Sam Peters, my dear, dear friend, Dr. Joe Christian, who looks after my family all the time, and last but not least, Charles Morris, who has been a lifelong family friend of my dad and does so many wonderful things, not only for us, but for the city of Savannah. Thank you so much, Charles, for everything. I'm truly blessed to have had the opportunity to play golf, and that's really all I ever asked when I was a little boy. Just give me an opportunity and I'll work very, very hard to make it happen. And fortunately, I had some pretty good breaks and won a few things and got to play in high school and college, and they were just wonderful experiences. But the most important thing were the friendships and the bonds that I have made with my golf, not collecting trophies. It's about people, and I really think that's what life is all about. And I think golf teaches one hard work, perseverance, and tenacity. And those are skills that you have to take through in life, because if you like humiliation and frustration, then golf is your game. Because you have a lot more of that than you will victories and elation. There are a few times in my life that I think you look back and you say, wow, was I lucky, or was the other competitor just bad and not that good? But my father always said, there's no such thing as luck, you make your own luck. And he used to tell me, luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and the harder I work and the harder I practice, the luckier I get. And I think that applies to every aspect of life. And there are just a few tidbits, 10 quick things that I have read over the years and collected as I'm playing golf. And the first thing is you have to have a great attitude. I think that applies to life as well. And the second thing, and I think this is the most important, you have to believe in yourself and have a tremendous imagination. You have to really see yourself achieving any goal that you set, whether it's golf, business, whatever it is. And I think you have to see that. Albert Einstein once said, imagination is more powerful than knowledge, and I really believe that. As a little boy, I could read my father's press clippings and imagine myself collecting trophies, and fortunately I've won a few. Also, play your own game with tenacity and repetition. That's the key. Play one shot at a time, commit to every shot, keep the game very simple, play with no expectations, and play with trust, and never ever give up. And I keep a thankful journal most every day, and the one thing I say at the end is I take absolutely nothing for granted, and I mean that. And again, thank you. And my wife accuses me that I believe Savannah's the center of the universe, and to that I plead guilty. And I'm very proud to say there's no finer place on this planet than Savannah, Georgia. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, John. I need to talk to you afterwards regarding some golf tournaments that the Sports Council is participating in coming up soon, and might need your son's help as well. Thank you all for attending this year's 26th annual Georgia Power Sports Awards Luncheon produced by the Savannah Sports Council. And finally, one last thank you to our sponsors who we couldn't have done this without: Georgia Power, Moore Industrial Supply, Savannah Morning News, and WJCL News. Again, as a reminder to our Generations Award winners, we ask that you go to the backdrop in the hallway with your awards to have your picture taken. Thank you. This now concludes the 2019 Georgia Power Sports Awards.